Come on, dude. Do we have to do a video every time the Leafs lose to Boston? Of course we do. But we could cut our workload for the season in like half. What? You serious? Mind blown. We need ideas. I'm dumb. Silly hard. We get to the game, please. Math! Leafs lose 5-2 to the Boston Bruins. Before I get to that, as I promised last time, the shenanigans between Boston and Pittsburgh. I'll be real quick because I don't have the patience. So at the time I'm making this video, James Neal just got 5 games for his knee on Brad Marchand in his head, and Sean Thornton has yet to be punished. Thoughts on the Neal hit? He's a repeat offender and he kneed a guy in the brain. What more do you want? If Brad Marchand got taken off the ice the same way that Brooks Orpik did, we would be talking about James Neal like he's Todd Bertuzzi right now. He got a dude stretchered off because of a knee to the head. And don't act like, oh, it's so unrealistic. It's the brain. You don't know, an inch or two that way or the other way. Who knows? Neal got 5 games, and a lot of people are applauding that because it's the maximum you can get for a phone hearing. And I'm like, well, maybe don't give him a phone hearing then. 5 isn't the worst the NHL could have done, but I thought he should have got more, but I would have been happy with 10. Now, Sean Thornton. Revolting. The argument is being made, hey, Sean Thornton's a good guy. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. I'm saying he's a good guy who did a borderline psychotic thing. Guys get punched when they're down all the time. It's not that bad. Well, that sort of thing happens all the time in hockey. It just doesn't have that result. That's the problem, stupid. And so what if he's a good guy? I don't care if this game was on Christmas Eve and he just finished a 12-hour shift at a soup kitchen and then did that. You can't do that. And UFC, if you do that, a ref comes in and tackles you because the fight's over. Just boo. Boo to it all. Happy thoughts, earlobes. And yeah, I'll get the enough shut up. So the Leafs lost to the Bruins, as of course is tradition. And if there were ever a game for the Leafs to be able to pull off a win against the Bruins, it'd be this one. The Bruins lost 3 guys in their game against Pittsburgh. The Bruins were down Sean Thornton, Louis Eriksson, and Chris Kelly all from the game before. From the night before. And the Leafs have been dying for secondary scoring, and they finally get it. Peter Holland, Jay McClement. McClement with his first of the season, Holland with his third, passing David Clarkson. If Clarkson ever loses a glove or gets in a fight or something, look at his hands. I think they're covered in snake bites. The Leafs need him so badly right now, and he's being paid difference maker money, and he just can't do it. Even when he's playing well, that puck won't go in while he's there. And there have been a couple goals lately. I think the Peter Holland goal in this game and the OT winner for Trevor Smith, where Clarkson didn't get a point, but he was directly involved in the goal by being in front of the net. And while I want to give him credit for that, I'm like, Daryl Boyce used to do that. And I'm not saying he was a bad player. I liked Daryl Boyce, but the Leafs weren't paying him $5.25 million. Phil Kessel has built up equity that when he goes on a slump, I understand he'll eventually get out of it, because he always does. Clarkson just hasn't done that yet, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little nervous about this contract. And as much as you want to blame the guy, he's not even the Leafs' biggest problem right now. Their penalty kill is brutal, and they keep taking penalties. The Bruins get 2 power play goals in this one, take away the empty netter, and that's the game. 2 of those power play goals scored by defensemen. The Bruins had goals from 3 different defensemen in this game. The Leafs have like 5 or 6 defensive goals all year. And as Morgan Riley sits in the press box, all 3 of the defensemen who scored for Boston are rookies. One more thing before the FNUF hit, Jay McClement. Now, scored his first goal of the season. Hooray! Congrats. But I am tremendously confused, and some of you need to pick. Now, a lot of people are quick to point at Jay McClement and go, look at how much time he kills penalties. He plays more time on the PK than anyone in the league. What a gem. Selke? Selke? Let's give him the Selke. Well, if the PK sucks, who cares how much time he plays on it? And he didn't get a penalty in this one, but before it, he got penalties against Ottawa, Dallas, and San Jose. 3 straight games. Also confusing, a lot of the same people going Jay McClement for captain are also going, hey, you know who the Leafs really miss on the PK? Dave Bolland. No, can't be both. No, pick. Either McClement is the king of the penalty kill and the greatest guy ever, or the Leafs are really hurting because they don't have Dave Bolland to kill penalties. Can't be both. Or maybe because James Reimer and Jonathan Bernier were stopping everything thrown at them, they covered up a lot of the PK's mistakes. Now, FNUF. Saw his hit, 2 minutes, you can't do that. Weirdly enough, FNUF, no penalty on that play. Bergeron got the only one, and I was almost like, I almost hope the Leafs don't come back. Because imagine if the Leafs score in that power play and then somehow manage to tie it up and then win the game. But here's another example of, hey, FNUF's a good guy. He lays clean hits. I mean, he devastates guys, but the hits are clean. Skates to the ice, shoulder to shoulder, flippers down. Except for this one, he hit him from behind. Now, it looked a little worse because Kevin Miller was already on his way down. Even if he wasn't, it would have been in the numbers. Hate to say it, but Phaneuf is probably going to sit, my guess is 2 or 3 games. Maybe by the time this video is up, you'll already know. Question of the game, the Leafs won 2 straight and then a disappointing loss, and it's kind of been going that way this season. Who on the Leafs have you been consistently pleased with? A player who game in and game out, maybe -1 or 2 so far this season, there's been 30 games, where you go, that guy, he's my guy. And if your answer is Bernier and or Reimer, try to pick a skater too, because it's pretty clear that the goalies have been the best players on this team. Kessel seems like an easy answer. I'm going to say James Van Riemsdyk, because there was a few game stretch where I was like, I don't really notice him as much out there. I don't quite like his play as much. And I go, oh, because he was playing center. That experiment didn't work, and it wasn't really his fault. Always going to the front of the net, always finishing his checks, always got skill, always got speed, always has that compete to win. Love JVR. Now, last thing. You want to talk hockey? Like in person? And you have some holiday, birthday, Christmas, New Year, whatever shopping to do. We need to chill. December 15th. Mark it on your calendar. That's this Sunday. You got to come on down to JMT Metro Sport. JMT Metro Sport usually specializes in soccer, but it just got a whole bunch of NHL stuff, including a lot of Leaf stuff. And let me tell you about the beauty who owns this store. It's late 2009. I'm in my 4th year of school. We got this huge grad project, practicum project, if you will, 7 broke-ass university students, and we got to raise literally thousands of dollars. Money that I don't have. JMT Metro Sport said, you know what, you need a little extra cash? Come work for me. And he didn't have to do that at all, but there I was in the basement putting stop signs and numbers on the back of hockey jerseys. And when I had to leave because I got an excellent opportunity to cover the World Juniors in Saskatchewan, he said, no problem. This guy's a gem. You're going to love his store. JMT Metro Sport, 777 Warden Avenue, directions below. And I will be at the store from 1 to 2 this Sunday, December 15th. Come say hi. I'll also post a link to the online store underneath. They got a lot of cool stuff, but there's more in the store, including little old me. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, click like. If you really liked it, click subscribe. New podcast coming Tuesday night, and I will see you this Sunday.